All right, so the skills that you need for today are the same ones that we used on that quiz today. So if you rocked that quiz, you got 100% on it, or even 80, because I know that Euro might be a little rusty, then you're gonna be fine on today's lesson, okay? So let's take a look at an example, and then we'll write down the steps that we're using. So yesterday we combined like terms. Today we're adding that grouping in so that we're going to be using the distributive property. So as we go through this, the problems are going to get a little bit longer, and your work is going to become more, like you're going to have more of it. So please be sure that you are doing your work down one row at a time. It should look like a triangle once you're done, so it comes down into your solution. Okay. All right, so with these problems, the first thing I want to do is distribute. So I'm going to distribute this section right here. So this will be 36. 4 times negative c is negative 4c. Now, I didn't distribute to the negative 3c because it is not in parentheses. It is separate from this grouping right here. So I bring it straight down. Okay. Now we have the same problems we were working on yesterday, combining like terms. So you have negative 4c, negative 3c, so this will be negative 7c, and bring down your 36. And just like that, we're down to a two-step equation that you all know how to solve. So let's do that. I'm going to subtract 36 from both sides. This cancels out, and I'm left with negative 7c is equal to negative 14. I'm going to divide both sides by negative 7. And I'm left with c is equal to 2. Now I do want to make sure that I did my work correctly, so I'm going to plug it back into the original equation. You don't want to plug it in to anything after you've started the process, because if you made a mistake on the very first step, then you're going to check your answer. It's going to show up right even though it's not. So we go back to the first equation that you started with, and we're going to plug in 2 for c. Okay. Now, order of operations. We're going to simplify our grouping first. Then we multiply. Then we subtract. And you can see that since the two sides are equal, we can say, yep, our solution is c is equal to 2. So let's go ahead and talk about the steps for solving. We're adding a new step each day, pretty much. Okay. So our first step that we did is we distribute first. That has to be the first step. You cannot try to combine like terms before you've distributed. It's going to mess you up. Our second step will be to combine our like terms. Then our third step is to solve two-step equations, just like we always do. Now we have these steps written in your homework or in your notes so that tonight, if you need to, you can use those steps on your homework. Okay, let's go ahead and get some practice. I'm going to give you 2 problems to try out. All right, go ahead and try those 2 and I'll walk around. What'd you guys get for that first one? 5. Did you all check your answers?
Yeah.
Okay, let me just quickly go through and solve just to make sure. Yeah, I would agree. Okay. What did you get for the second one there? -7, okay. I do skip steps on this because I've been doing this for a long time. All right, good. I got -7 as well. Any questions for me? Okay. If you're good, and if you have questions and you don't want to ask in front of the whole class, that's okay. I'll be walking around in just a minute. The rest of the period, you can just spend some time working on your homework. All the work needs to be shown, and you need to check your answers to get consistently. And I'm giving you like a ridiculous amount of class time to get it done in. So you guys are fine, no complaining.
We're turning that into, right?
Yeah, plan on turning your homework in every day. Here's the table of contents for you.